And now, the right reasons.
Yo, New York in the house. It's Brooklyn in the house. That's right. Uptown.
Welcome to The Right Reasons. Our theme music is back. I'm Juliette Littman.
We paid $1 million for this.
Thank you,
we
Mariah.
bought all the rights. Thank you, Mariah. Thank you, the estate of Old Dirty Bastard.
We are fired up. Let's get into it.
The most important thing that happened on reality television this week, which I could talk to you about for at least 45 minutes, and we should probably bring in a psychologist, was what, Juliette?
Naya, she of the blow dryer feud in Portland, drank the sweat of Zach, a.k.a. Thor.
It wasn't just that, though. It was like, let's just take him through the entire episode.
Filthy. It was literally dirty.
It was...
Ugh.
Talking about it makes my stomach turn a little bit.
Me too. I was about to take a sip of my coffee. I need to wait.
So here's what happens. They're all working out because they work out all the time because they're playing America's fifth major sport.
And also,
right?
There's nothing else to do.
They have no TV.
Yeah. Like, I would work out a lot,
shape.
too.
Yeah, I should probably go down there. I should probably go on a challenge, just not because I want to be on a reality TV, because I'm sure I'll lose some pounds.
Yeah, I would look great.
Yeah. So they're all working out all the time, always, because that's what they do. They work out all the time. And somehow it comes up that Naya has been somewhat challenged to drink Zach's sweat.
No, you're skipping over a crucial part. What happens is Naya claims she lost her wallet the night before at the bar.
So she needs some cash.
She needs the money. So they offer her $70.
I thought it was $7.
I thought it was 70.
Oh, I was wondering whether the D was there at the end.
I think it was 70.
Okay. Let me just start here.
Okay.
There's a price for everything.
Sure.
Right? Like you can have my left arm for a certain amount of money. It's a lot of money, but you can have it.
Okay.
What is your price on drinking 3 ounces of Zach's sweat?
I'm going to go at least $500,000.
So $499,999, you don't do it.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Jacoby, that is
Cash.
disgusting.
Tax-free cash. That's like $1 million.
Okay. If we're going tax-free cash, then I'm going to lower it to $275,000.
I'm doing it for 10,000 cash.
Whoa!
No problem.
Whoa!
And then 9,999 cash, can't do it.
Wow, that's low. That's very low.
What are you talking about? You give me $10,000, I'll drink sweat right now. I'll drink this 20 ounces of sweat.
Can you lift
$10,000
the condensation off my cup?
Do you know how long I have to work for $20,000 for $10,000 cash?
I
Please.
guess. I don't know. It's vile. It's vile. And then the way it went down.
Explain how it went down.
So they're working out. Zach is wearing a cotton T-shirt, so very, very absorbent.
Yeah.
He takes off his shirt, looking.
But it's also sleeveless. So remember that it's a very loose-fitting sleeveless.
It's a man tank.
But it's not even soaking up as much sweat as like a T-shirt would.
Can we just do a side note of how do you feel about the man tank like that?
I never, ever owned a man tank. Ever until I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay, interesting.
Ever did. It gets too hot sometimes. It's just hot and I'm sitting around the house. I don't really wear them out. I don't hey, I'm going somewhere, let me put this tank on. That doesn't happen. But it's like pajamas for me.
I like them. I like that look. It's goofy and silly, but if you can pull it off, I like it.
Right.
I actually think Zach cannot pull it off. He's not goofy and silly, whatever.
He can pull it off because he's diesel.
He's jacked.
Yeah, it's also hard for me because of my huge nipples. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's a very, very Muscle Beach look. Anyway, so he's wearing this tank. He takes it off. He wrings it. He rubs it on his body. Yep. And then he wrings the sweat out into a cup.
And it was a lot. It was. I was thinking about this probably about 2.5 ounces. If a bartender poured you this as a shot is 1 ounce. But they always pour. They really always pour you like 1.5 ounces.
It was more than a shot.
It was
way more.
If a bartender poured you this as a shot, you would send it back and be like, "What are you trying to do? Kill me?"
Yeah.
It's
a lot.
It was like 3 ounces probably.
Okay.
Probably about 3 ounces of sweat. And just looking at it was disgusting.
It was like foggy water. It looked like it was like an old aquarium that hadn't been cleaned in months.
I didn't realize how gross sweat was until I watched this because it was honestly more disgusting than urine. It was just so disgusting.
Urine is sterile, so
ugh,
it is.
Just thinking about it makes me ugh.
Just saying. And sweat is not sterile, and it's also all of the salt of your body is in there. It's disgusting. It's so gross.
It's not your body though; it's someone else's. Some dude named Zach that wears glasses for no reason.
Also, is there any truth to you sweat out alcohol after you've been drinking? Is that an urban legend?
No, I think you sweat out toxins.
Okay.
I do hear that.
Presumably they have been drinking the night before because they drink every night.
Yeah,
Again, there's nothing to do. So there's also some weird alcohol chemicals in there.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that is true. You do sweat out because if I sweat a lot, and if I drink whiskey the night before, you can smell it in my sweat a little bit.
Interesting.
If I'm playing hoops in the morning. Dude's
okay.
What happened to you last night? I'm shut up. I'm ignoring you.
So yeah, then they had gather around a crowd. Like, that's a crucial part of the story. It wasn't just like, I really need the $70.
Exactly.
But, like, Sarah Rice comes in, and who else?
It's
Britney's
people
watching.
flock. There's nothing going on. It's not like they're like, it's not like they're getting pulled away from the big game.
She's very noisy about it. She's like yelling,
yeah.
"Oh my God, I'm gonna drink your sweat? No, like, how much are you gonna pay me?" And so there's a whole crowd, and then she holds her nose and she chugs it. She throws it back down the hatch.
But she can't keep it down.
No,
and then
we don't actually
spits it out.
Does she actually? Was there visual confirmation that she throws it up?
Yes, there is.
I thought
there is. I've studied this like the Zapruder.
I thought it could have just been like an extension of her performance.
If you look at the lowbrow highlights column this week, there's a GIF of it. Okay. You can just watch it over and over and over again. She spits it out all over the floor. But like the best thing about this shot is Zach's reaction, because it's almost grosser to watch someone do this than it is to do it. I'm throwing that out there.
What does it taste like? Does this like taste like sweat?
Yeah.
Like your own, like someone. Like,
someone else's
like
sweat.
You're so used to like your own sweat. Oh. Like, what if someone else's was like
so gross? I honestly think that this should be banned from television. Like they should not allow
this
like
to be
shown
and
on television.
Punishment.
But it's just like
waterboarding.
No one ever thought of it. Like when they made the rules, they're like, okay, like you can't show boobs, like you can't show butt cheeks, like you can't swear.
Like the 7 words
they thought about all the things, but no one like there was in that meeting. No one was like, hey, like should you be able to drink sweat on TV?
It's honestly surprising they hadn't thought about it, incorporated into a challenge before. Like this is
great point. Like I've watched Fear Factor for like a year every night.
Like this is something they would do. Like now, have you watched any of the webisodes of the Exile challenges?
Yeah, I've watched a couple.
Seems like
now Bananas is involved.
Yeah. Seems like, spoiler alert. Actually, I have a bone to pick, but we'll come back to it. It seems like something they would do now. It's like one of the Exile things. Like you have to drink your sweat enough, because it actually is similar to the challenge where they had to sweat so much and collect it in the bucket.
It would be kind of cool if you had to drink your ex's. If it was just like, kind of like that association would be so gross. It was just like, it's one thing. It's like Zach, he's just like some dude, but if it's like somebody that you hate, it's like you have to drink their sweat.
Also, like someone who's like,
this is already creeping me out.
I was gonna go in a gross place too. Let's just move on.
Don't. We're already in a gross place. The idea that you're gonna go somewhere grosser than this is just like, I don't want to hear it.
Okay. So that was the beginning of the episode, and it was probably the highlight of the episode.
Yeah, it was probably the highlight of 2015 so far.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of strong reality TV, so that's saying something.
Yeah, we have.
And then it set the tone because it was a big Leroy and Nia episode. And then the actual challenge, there was more Leroy and Nia, and TJ was not happy with the performance that we got at the challenge.
Well, I liked the challenge.
Okay,
it was cool. It was like one dude on like a truss surfboard suspended from a wire, like a zip line surfboard.
They called it a sled, and I was like, that's not really a
surfboard.
Sled. Yeah,
surfboard.
Yeah.
And then there's a woman hanging onto a heavy bag on a zip wire parallel next to them, and the dude is supposed to jump from the surfboard, catch the heavy bag in midair, and then like continue to cruise down the zip line because.
Right.
Seems cool. Like I bet like it was cool, but what they didn't do is they didn't make the person attempt the jump. And
there was no penalty for not jumping.
It also kind of felt like they were a little too far away. Like no one even got close.
Right.
Like the physics didn't work out.
It was too
hard.
hard.
If you're hired to make these challenges, first of all, that's an impossible job. Like if someone said, "Hey, David Jacoby, you have to like hang this thing and where there's a surfboard," and by the time they got to heavy bag, I just be like, I can't do this.
Building the challenges seems harder than the Survivor challenges.
Seems impossible.
Yeah. Like, because you know how they're the Survivor Dream Team.
Shout out to them. And also, like, the insurance money's got to be crazy.
I know. They obviously
when your lawyer's like, so what are you guys doing this season? Like, all right, we're going to suspend this person off a cliff and use the safety harness, and, like, we're going to outsource it to some local Panamanian companies.
Can I throw
like, wait, what's happening?
Can I throw out some conjecture? I feel like maybe one of the reasons they do these in these foreign countries is because the insurance could be cheaper there than here. Like, I feel like...
No, I think it has to be insured. MTV has to be insured. Yeah.
Interesting. Like, how much does that cost?
I do like it when you go like I went to like Nicaragua or whatever, and like the zip line, like you didn't even sign anything, or they didn't even like teach you to do anything. They hook you on and push you off. It's like, just go, dude. You'll be fine. Yeah, it always ends up fine.
Okay, so we got a clip because TJ. So no one jumped.
Yeah, and no one jumped. No one even tried to. And TJ, as we all know, wants maximum effort all the time.
He's a competitor and he respects competition.
Exactly. He's a professional athlete.
Joe, roll the clip.
Guys, great challenge today, but I definitely expected more out of you guys. If you don't think you can handle a challenge like this, then I hate to see you in a final.
He's on all of us right now.
Teach.
There's nothing more damning than having TJ get mad at you.
I know.
It's like
certain people it hurts more than others.
It's
criticism.
It's like disappointed dad, you know? It's just like it's so upsetting. And like if TJ doesn't respect you, it's like how do you respect yourself? How do you move forward with life? I loved it though, because I feel like he's losing his edge a little bit. He doesn't seem as invested.
You think so?
I don't know. I just think it's like we got a lot of we had so much Johnny and so much Wes. Like, I love them. TJ actually has to, work on this show. Like, maybe he's looking for some excitement, so he wanted people to jump, and they just didn't.
Yeah, I think the production messed up by not motivating people to jump more.
Right.
Ooh, overachiever Jordan though.
Okay.
Overachiever Jordan.
I want to defend Jordan. So I think it was Zach who said that Jordan would rather look good messing up than doing better.
Than win without, yeah.
So if you're not likely to win, of course you want to look good doing it.
But also
Zach obviously doesn't understand swimming because a clean dive.
But the thing is, he over-rotated his dive, but what he was attempting to do was actually much more
actually
efficient.
A good strategy.
Yeah, much more efficient, but he just didn't have the angle on the entry. He didn't Luganis it perfectly.
Right, and that's okay, but I don't know. I'm just pro Jordan. It's hard.
I know you are. That's why I brought him up. I'm trying to get you going. It's like when you give the ball to Dwight Howard in the beginning of the game, just get you some touches. I'm trying to get you going early in the podcast. You know what I mean?
I don't know why I like Jordan. Like,
do you want to talk about Dustin now?
Oh my God, all my flames, my real world flames.
I know.
So then Wes and Teresa won. I knew they were going to win because during the real world, there was like a promo for the challenge, which comes on next, and it showed Teresa and Wes having
at the table.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
And I was like, well, what did they do that for? That's like just, you ruined it. What?
I mean, did they? Did that ruin the, it would have ruined it if they showed Nia drinking sweat. Then I'd be like, oh, spoiler.
That's true.
But I don't care who wins these things.
I don't know. I kind of cared a little, just because it was such a big part of the episode.
I like how they become like corner office CEOs when they win. They're like, please bring Zach in here. Like they've got an intercom like it's Mad Men. There's like, can you get Zach? We need to talk to Zach, please.
That's what Wes did to Teresa. He said to her, please bring Zach over here.
Yeah.
If I was Teresa, I would have said, go F yourself. You go get him. Why did she just do it?
I know.
She's like, oh, I hate Wes. He's such an asshole. Well, then don't kowtow to him, Teresa. Like, just be like, no, you do it. We're co-winners here, buddy.
Exactly.
And she's a really good athlete. Like, they win together, die together. So it just really bothered me.
The West Bananas rivalry has been interesting.
Yeah, it seems real.
It does seem real.
The reason, part of it is because they go back and forth so much, like a real relationship. It's hard to sustain hate for over a long period of time when you're, like, in the house together.
Do you think they respect each other?
Like as competitors or
just
like as men?
People, as men.
No.
Like, do you think if they saw each other at a bar, do they smile and give each other a hug and like say, hey, can I buy you a beer?
No, I don't.
I kind of feel like they do a little bit.
Really? One thing I love about Wes is that he's so proud of like having a job and like being like an entrepreneur and having a company. He brings it up like as frequently as possible.
Having a company?
Several companies.
Several?
I went to betablocks.com
Several means
last night.
7.
Jacoby, have you been to betablocks.com recently?
A year ago, I went a deep dive in BetaBlocks. I watched the videos of him teaching people how to do stuff.
So they have like a list of like their team, and it's like all these people, and it's like the math guy, the robotics guy. That's not actually what it says.
Yeah.
Wes is the angel investor. Like he is like on the record as like the money guy. It's amazing. Like
Moneybags Wes.
Moneybags Wes. I love it. But I just love that he's so proud of his like professional prowess. Like I just think it's I don't know, for some reason I just really appreciate it.
I like it too, because I think he's
an employed man.
I think he's looking around kind of being like, none of you have jobs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like kind of like the one advantage he has.
Totally. It's like, well, I don't actually need this
and
money.
Also being an entrepreneur, like regardless of, we might make fun of BetaBlocks or whatever, but like starting your own company and just doing that, whether it's good or bad or successful or failing, is a huge accomplishment. Like straight up.
Totally. I completely agree.
Just filling out the paperwork alone is an accomplishment.
One of the startups that he invested in is called Dip and Ship. Have I told you about it?
Can I guess?
Sure. Dip and Ship is the name.
Dip and Ship.
Dip and Ship.
No idea.
It's a condiments company that once a month you get a box of like small batch specialty condiments.
Oh!
I know!
Oh!
Why haven't I signed up yet?
However, first of all, I love once a month type of things.
Me too.
Like I think I want Toothbrush of the Month Club to be a thing. That's one of my half-baked ideas.
Oh my God.
Toothbrush of the Month Club would be perfect.
Toiletries of the month in general. Like you always use them for too long. Also, the toiletries are annoyingly expensive, so if you paid up front.
Toothbrush of the Month Club, we get a different, like one's electric and this one's like made from mole hair or whatever the hell. Yeah.
That's a really smart idea. You should do that. Are you going to quit Grantland as soon as this podcast is over to start that?
Already did.
You going to get Wes involved?
Nope.
Oh, you should. So yeah, Dip and Ship.
Don't need an angel investor.
You're your own angel.
Yeah, Dip and Ship.
So yeah, you get like condiments in a box. I'm gonna sign up. I think I could probably.
It sounds good. The problem is like you don't want like when you go to Umami Burger and you're like, hey, can I have some ketchup? They're like, cool. We have aioli ketchup. We have kale ketchup.
Right.
We have organic homemade ketchup. It's like, no, dude, I want ketchup, like regular ketchup. I feel like they're a little overrated. The small batch condiments.
Our response though just indicates that it would be a great gift because like, well, even if you don't want it for yourself,
just give someone else some shitty condiments. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like it's the sort of thing where like if you are not paying for it yourself, you don't feel bad throwing it away, having not finished it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Like this is at least that's how I would feel.
Of the month gifts are good gifts because
Totally.
they
once a month the person's
keep
like,
on giving.
Yeah.
They really do.
Once a month, it's like, wow, Jacoby, like that was a great present. Like it's sustaining me all year long.
Great.
I think I'm gonna sign up for Dip and Ship. I'll get to come to the office. We like to try stuff out at Grantland.com.
Totally.
So yeah, but I think that I'm a little tired of Johnny Bananas and Wes's fighting. It hasn't changed that much over the last few years, but I'm really into the Teresa and Nany fight. I think it's a better rivalry.
Just in general, like Johnny and Wes feel a little bit like Tim Duncan and KG.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And like I'm kind of excited to see this next generation.
Right.
You know, it's like Tim Duncan and KG, like especially Tim Duncan, extremely effective, winning championships, but like you do feel that it's like it's time for the next thing to happen. And I think that like
we need the Hawks.
You get Zach and Johnny Riley and Frank, and you gotta have this like these stars coming up.
Totally. And Nany and Teresa really hate each other. Like
I like it.
They hate. So did you watch the after show?
No.
It comes out on the after show. Like I guess the whole thing, everyone hates Nany because she's a whore. Or to quote Naya, whores get paid. She's a hoe.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that was a differentiator.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Hoes don't get paid. Whores do.
I'm not.
You learn something every week.
I mean, this is a woman that drank sweat, so let's just not take it. Let's take it with some.
I mean, I don't know, Jacoby.
Let's take it with a grain of salt.
You couldn't help yourself.
Oh God, I cracked myself up like Alf.
It's great to laugh at your own jokes, you know.
Yeah.
So Nany reveals like she's popping off again. She's getting really mad. Johnny's kind of like instigating, and she's like, "Well, at least I wasn't like going in the bathroom so no one would know about it." And the host Zuri is like, "Wait, what?" And she tries to like get her to say, and she won't say who Teresa's hooking up with, but she was having a secret
bathroom sex.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it on that show. You busy? You gotta go?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool.
I'm good right here. I got a call.
I'm joking.
Let's see who it was.
I'm joking, okay? So, yeah, they really hate each other. And I don't know, like, I don't particularly love Nany, but, like, Teresa is just so hateable. Like, she's so rude. She does the thing that makes me the most mad in fights, which is she won't fight back. She, like, stays silent. Yeah. And so she was doing it again. Like, Nany was, like, getting really angry, and Teresa was just, like, sitting there kind of, like, with a smirk on her face and wouldn't say anything.
One thing I found interesting that came out this episode is I have absolutely no semblance of the layout of the house this season. Like, none.
Interesting.
At all. I don't know what the common room looks like. There's bedroom, but one thing they said is there's distinctly two sides of the house. Like when Wes and Zach made their little like secret alliance, he's like, all right, you do your thing on your side and I'll do my thing on my side. So it seems like there's like two big bedrooms. They're like separate from each other. You clearly can't hear each other because they're far away because they talk trash about each other. So I wouldn't mind if someone just did like an MTV Cribs of the house, so I had an idea of like space and time.
That's
you know what I mean?
Great idea. They should go back and do that of every house. Like that'd be a cool.
I just want to see them. There'd be 300 people would watch them, but like 2 of them would be us.
Yeah, definitely. And I would probably watch it a few times, so it's at least like 6 views.
Yeah, and I'd say this like just this season we do have to move on because we're running out of time or whatever. Got to keep moving on this podcast. But like this season of the challenge, it's like there hasn't been those like huge. Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this all day at work tomorrow moments. But it's just solid challenging.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's just keeping it going.
It's a good show.
Yeah, and I feel like the challenges themselves have been good.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. It seems, where are they? I forget. Panama?
Panama.
It seems like Central and South America is a good location for them in general. Like Uruguay looks really nice too. It's good. All right. Should we go to the batch?
Let's go to the batch.
What a crazy episode. So
I loved it.
It also just like escalated. It started crazy and it kept on going. It started with Carly
in the Love
Guru, which was just so uncomfortable.
So here's what the thing is. It's like, all right, remember, and Britt went on her hot balloon date, right? We'll talk about that in a second. But the reason that she went on a balloon date was because she told producers that she's scared of heights. The reason Carly went on the Love Guru date is because she like,
hasn't
told
been
producers
she has
like intimacy issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're trying to like but I don't like it. It's like, oh, I'm going to put you on a date and make you uncomfortable. It's just weird.
The Love Guru date, I think, was one of the most uncomfortable dates ever on the show. And the reason, and like when I was thinking about it, they put music under it, obviously, so it was like less uncomfortable for us viewers. But I couldn't imagine being in that room, that silent room, being Carly, and like it just was hard. It honestly seemed like a little bit mean. Like that was just a really uncomfortable
date. But
date.
knowing that she like had this issue, like I kind of think if it'd be different, if it was like Ashley I, who kind of like compensates for her virginity with like kind of
virginity.
Yeah.
Quote unquote virginity.
Okay, she compensates for that by being sort of like overtly sexual, and I think that like that would have been a good Love Guru date. Instead, they like make it awkward intentionally with Carly, and like there's a part of this show when there's like 12 girls, but it's like Carly like. You ain't winning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She did come off like very sweet. I thought she was very endearing and everything.
You ain't winning.
Right.
They're like, I'm not saying she's a bad person.
You're not the one for Chris.
It's just like it ain't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can just tell.
Totally. So that was the beginning, and that was just like weird and uncomfortable, and they had to like breathe on each other, which is gross.
Really weird.
Like
I read his blog in People magazine. He said they had lots of Listerine strips for that. He said it was really uncomfortable. Question about Carly. Let's imagine, Julia, in a hypothetical world, right? You've been dating a guy for 2 years. Mm-hmm. This is what she said in the show. She dated a guy for 2 years and he never touched her.
I think she did for the last year and a half of the relationship.
Okay.
He didn't touch her.
So, like, let's say that you're dating a guy and he hasn't, quote unquote, touched you for 6 months. How do you get to month 7?
I don't know.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, 18 months. Like, well, how did you get to 17? How did you get to 16? How did you get to 15? How did you get to 14? Like, how does this even happen?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, and also, don't you just like feel so badly about yourself that you're like, why aren't you touching me? Like, I need to end this relationship. Like, it's just weird.
I don't get it.
I don't either. Like it's both like sexually frustrating, but also just like it's like shitty.
I did some research on this. Carly, the boyfriend that Carly was talking about was actually Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm just saying.
He wasn't sexually frustrated.
Exactly. He was just like, he was just tired by the time he got home. You know what I mean? He just wanted someone to sing him to sleep.
It's just really weird. You know, we haven't mentioned this, but Carly's brother was on The Bachelor with Dez. He was Zach, the one who took his shirt off all the time and arrived shirtless. So like
and he was on Yopo too, right?
What's he?
Bachelor in Paradise?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I barely remember yesterday.
Dragged to trash, delete.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so that was the first date, and it was weird, but like whatever, who cares? Then the group date, I don't even remember what they did on the group date.
They went whitewater rafting, and Jade fell out.
Oh, right. So Jade fell out.
I was going to say, whitewater rafting is an excellent anything on a river. It's only second to tubing as chill things you can do on a river.
Yeah, whitewater rafting, if you're not like in like crazy rapids, is fun. River Wild, great movie. Ever seen that one?
The River Wild?
Yeah.
Didn't see it. I was thinking a river runs through it, the fly fishing one with Brad Pitt.
Didn't
I was
see
like,
it.
that sucks.
Didn't
That movie
see it.
sucks. It's two dudes fly fishing. They talk about life and stuff.
Sounds pretty boring.
It really is.
So Jade, apparently, she very easily gets hypothermia.
Yeah.
So she required a massage to like warm up her muscles. Not a heating blanket or anything. Just
I loved it.
Just as massage.
Jade's really growing on me.
She is?
Yeah.
I'm confused by her. So she also appeared on Vanderpump Rules this week in the background.
She sure did.
Which was wild.
Like barely the background though. Like you could tell that she was kind of like, you know that there's because they don't shoot these on little tiny cameras, like, you know what I mean, like they're kind of discreet or whatever.
Yeah.
They have big cameras and like real production, like a sound dude with a boom and like a producer with a clipboard taking notes. Like she knows that she's on camera, and I think that she kind of angled her way to, you know, be in front of the camera. Felt like that at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So it makes me suspicious of her. Like, why are you showing up on 2 reality shows? That's not a good sign.
Someone on Twitter sent me this, that she and Carmen are friends from the website The Chive, which is an excellent website.
I never go to it, but I do see Keep Calm and Chive On.
It's an excellent website.
What is it? Like for
photos
of naked or like almost naked women?
It's that, but it's also kind of like meme-y stuff and just like cool pictures. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like I think that I'd say like 40% of the stuff is like, you know, almost naked women, but the 60% is kind of like funny things.
So I'm not really in their demo, is what you're saying.
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
Cool, but you and Jax are.
Yes, me and Jax are definitely in their demo. They just launched a podcast that had Mark Cuban on it.
What?
I was like, what? Mark Cuban?
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to them for getting.
Do you know about Mark Cuban's app, Cyberdust?
I've read about it.
That's so weird to me.
Doesn't Mark Cuban look a little strong to you?
Strong? Has he been in Miami recently?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
2-week program?
He looks a little strong to me.
Went on a 2-week vacation.
Who knows?
Then he came back?
Who knows?
Okay.
Let's move on before we all get fired.
Moving on. So then that was Jade, I just want to say, like, oh, I get hypothermia really easily. Like, not only did the girls not like Jade because she had a really good one-on-one date and she's really pretty.
She didn't say that. She said, my hands and feet get really cold or something. Like, it was like it was some serious medical condition.
That's a skinny girl problem. Let's just, like, shut up, Jade. Like,
exactly.
okay, we get it. You're skinny and pretty. Like, okay, cool.
Right.
Let's move on.
All right.
So then things get really freaky at the end of the group date. A couple things happen. Jordan, the drunk tank Jordan, comes back, tries to get her way back on the show.
First of all, we'll never call her Jordan again. We'll just call her the drunk tank.
The drunk tank.
The drunk tank. The drunk tank come back. And one of the things I read in his blog, he was like, I could barely recognize her. And it's not because he could barely recognize her because he hadn't seen her for a while and there were so many women when she left.
Because she wasn't drunk?
It was because she had professional makeup done. Like, she looked totally different.
She did look pretty.
Yeah, she had professional makeup done. They did her hair. They made her, like, as good as she can get to, like, trot her out for this thing. I drove 6 hours from Colorado. Like, whatever, dude.
How many words did Chris speak on this episode?
Okay.
How many did you hear him say?
I was watching the show. Let's just say it. This guy cannot express himself verbally.
No, he doesn't.
He just can't do it.
It's like there's like something blocking his tongue from like proper motion.
We'll get there. But at the end of the episode, he like had this little breakdown in front of the girls where he like couldn't continue and had to walk off because he was about to cry. Chris Harrison walks over. He's like, "What's wrong, dude?" And he's like, "It's just it's a lot."
It's like he has perpetual dry mouth or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like because he's always kind of just like, give me a second, I'm about to spit this out, but it never happens.
It's like, do you have cotton balls in your mouth? Like, what's happening?
It never happens. It's weird.
So weird. And so like, I couldn't really tell like how he felt about Jordan at all. He probably was like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Who is this drunk tank?
Do you know what I think it is? I think he's just a nice guy, and she asked him for something, and he didn't want to say no.
I guess.
And then all the other girls turned on him.
All the other girls like freaked out about like another girl coming back. Like Ashley we'll talk more about her.
One of my favorites is one of the girls. I'm sorry to interrupt. One of the girls was like, I mean, we're dating. It's just like, he's dating 13 other women already. It's kind of like, if he's dating 13 other women and you're afraid of 14, like, what's the big deal?
Right. If you are the one, then one extra girl won't make a difference.
Seriously.
And have some confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, be like, all right, let this drunk tank back. Who
just
cares?
give her 3 nights. She'll be slammered by the 4th, and then she'll get kicked off.
And
don't worry about it.
Professional makeup just washes off, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like she's like...
Unless you're Brit.
Unless you're Brit.
Unless you're Brit. God, there's so much to talk about.
I know. Oh, my God. Let's keep going. Okay. So,
let's just go into Brit.
Okay.
She doesn't shower.
Brit doesn't shower.
Who doesn't shower? I have a lot of questions for you, just as a female. I've never worn makeup. I'm a dude. I shower.
Throw them out there.
Questions.
Let's do it.
Is this a hair thing, maybe? I'm trying to rationalize the not showering. Is it a hair thing?
It's partially a hair thing. Wet hair, I don't
She has great hair.
She's great hair.
Yes, really good hair. Like, noticeably good hair for like a dude.
Absolutely
Like, I've
her best
noticed her
feature.
hair.
Yeah. I shower. I don't like it because I hate having wet hair afterwards. Like, what are you going to do with it? So it's possibly a hair thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, okay, so you use dry shampoo to put it off a day. Like, that means you still have to shower, like, at least every other day. And, like, do you exercise? Like, if you exercise, you have to shower.
Another question for you. Sleeping in makeup. How weird is that?
It's weird because when you wake, it just feels disgusting. You wake up, first of all, it will definitely get smudged. Like, you know, you
It's
can't.
all your pillows got to be just like ridiculous.
Gross.
Yeah, it looks
Also,
like the Joker.
You wake up feeling so greasy, like your face is just about to like completely break out. Like, it's weird. It's gross. And it's also just bad for your skin. You shouldn't sleep in makeup.
Ugh.
It's gross. It's really weird. The sleeping in makeup makes the not showering weirder to me because when I do that, I feel so gross the next morning. Like, I have to like scrub.
If you don't shower for 5 days, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're doing. You stink.
Have you ever not showered for 5 days? Like,
no.
I think like
I'm just trying to think like maybe like no.
Like once I went on a camping trip.
But you didn't go on a 4-night camping trip, and if you did, you like went swimming or something happened.
There's some kind of injection of water.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. It's really gross.
It's gross.
It's real. And also, how does she not smell?
And that's like this whole she's not. It's just kind of it's weird to not shower. It's weird, man.
She also is like, apparently very talented like makeup artist then because she is noticeably always wearing makeup, but she does have several different looks, which I think is kind of hard to do.
Oh, she's got like a I'm not wearing makeup, but I'm wearing makeup look, and and then I'm going out and I'm really wearing makeup look.
What a moron! He was like, she woke up looking so fresh faced. She's just so beautiful. Chris, come on, put on your thinking cap.
They made him say that.
You think so?
Yeah, and how could he see her? It was like dark.
You want to know what? That's a good point because it's just like we know he doesn't form sentences. So if there was a complete one,
exactly.
it was probably fed to him.
Yeah, if it's got like a subject and a predicate, and I don't know whatever else things you need for a sentence. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
So then Chris and Britt go on an incredible date. Like, I just think a great date. They wake up at the crack of dawn, and then they, like, as the sun is rising, they go on a hot air balloon ride. And
it looked great. I want to go on a hot air balloon ride.
It was beautiful. I was like, yes, I want to go to Santa Fe now. I would like to go
Santa Fe. Big win for Santa Fe.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. Except for the fact they had to pay The Bachelor $10,000 for them to film there.
First of all, that seems like a really low number for what they get out of it. And second of all, is it a shock to you that these locations pay The Bachelor to go there?
Remember
when they went to like a casino last season in Connecticut? Do you remember that?
That's a good point. But shouldn't The Bachelor have to pay them?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
But $10,000 is a low number. Trust me, that should be a six-figure thing.
Seems like a racket.
ABC.
It's our corporate sister.
It's our corporate sister.
Please help me with a bigger bonus.
Get that money.
We love Usher. So they have a great date, and then the best part about the date probably is that in the middle of it, it's a morning date. So then they have the afternoon to go back to his hotel, and we don't know what's happening behind those doors.
They took a nap.
They get in bed. They take a nap.
I'm throwing this out though, as a dude who hasn't dated in 13 years, right? I think like an actual legitimate non-sexual midday nap would be a nice bonding experience.
I was about to say there is like a kind of intimacy.
You know what I mean? But it's like, but you don't have. It's not like scandalous. You know what I mean? If nothing happens under the covers or whatever.
That's
but
true.
It's still kind of like bonding.
Totally. It's like you can be like close with each other. It's but I just want to say, given the fact that we know how much Chris is kissing, it seems unlikely to me that he wouldn't have at least taken the chance to kiss. And like, if you're already in bed like that, you should stop at kissing.
I wouldn't be able to sleep either because I'd just be worried about farting the whole time. You know what I mean? It's just hard.
Yeah, but like if you did, it would also like kind of like break
be
the
a funny
seal.
thing. Yeah.
Like,
That'd be no. It's like, is this a keeper or not?
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Yeah, like that's a test.
It's true. So okay,
we have to talk about Kelsey.
Okay.
Like it's been too long. This is ridiculous. We're on like minute 25.
The whole second hour is basically devoted to how crazy Kelsey is. Let's roll the clip.
Oh yeah.
I'm just, isn't my story amazing? It's tragic, but it's amazing. I love my story.
What's her story, Juliet?
Kelsey is a widow. Mm-hmm. She married some guy when she was 19. His name was Sanderson Poe.
And he was older.
He was 42
at the time
when he died.
He passed. So
he was like in his 30s, but he was significantly older. He was a musician, and he died like suddenly, like walking out on the street.
Yes.
And Kelsey loves this story.
So she's.
It was 18 months prior to the show.
And what the producers did is, Joe, do you still have that same clip? Can you just play it back? Note the music that they put underneath it, right? Just listen to the music, especially like when she starts talking.
I'm just, isn't my story amazing? It's tragic.
Do you hear that like horror music, that creepy
it's
like
we're in a kid's version of the Telltale Heart.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like it's got this like creepy vibe to it, and they put that underneath her telling the story of her husband's passing, which is tragic.
While she's smiling like a sociopath.
Yeah, exactly. So
I love my story.
Yeah, and like the producers are kind of like slowly nudging you towards like this chick is crazy town, and like in like sort of subtly hinting that like perhaps there's something nefarious happened with her husband, which absolutely, like, I don't know for a fact, but like really seems like a ridiculous claim, but that they didn't make, but they kind of like make you start thinking that.
They just make her seem like even more sociopathic than she might have on her own.
So while I'm watching the show, I'm like, oh, like that was sort of like mean of the producers to kind of like make me think about her in this way. But then, what'd she do?
But then she has like this crazy panic attack. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, well, she first of all, one thing I've noticed is, when you're worried about going home, you go and find the bachelor and you tell him your quote unquote story. You tell him whether he's a virgin or whether you're a widow or this or that.
I have a kid.
Or I've got a drug problem. Like remember that and from Andy's season. It's like once you tell your tragedy story, it makes it more difficult for the person to just be like, yeah, you're out of here.
You get like at least one more week out of it.
Exactly, and I feel like she did that with her story. She like had to go chase him down in his hotel room or whatever, and then
if I was in that position. I didn't like the person, I would be like, listen, I respect you so much that I know that I'm not ready to help you through this, that I think it's best we leave it here. Yeah. Like, you need more than what I can give. And, like, I think that we just need to end it. That's what I would do.
I just wanted to, my wife's really funny. Mm-hmm. And while we were watching this is what her reaction was after she heard the widow story. She goes, oh, my God, if that happened to me, I just could never go on The Bachelor.
That's so so good.
She paused for a second. She's like, I just couldn't go on. I looked at her. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then she goes, The Bachelor.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love your wife.
funny.
I already did.
She's the best. Shout to her. She doesn't listen.
That's cool. So then, she goes and tells Chris her
story. And then Chris goes to the cocktail party and he starts to seemed like he started to cry, but now that I know a little bit more about him, he maybe just couldn't form the sentence.
He just had extreme cotton.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he just had to walk away. You know what I mean? Because
he needed a glass of water.
Yeah, he had some edibles earlier in the day and they started to kick in right then. And just
couldn't feel his legs.
I gotta go over here. And then maybe that's what it is.
I was gonna make a weed joke. I'm glad you went there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then, I think she gets super. Or I don't know what happens.
So then he tells the speech. His speech was basically like, Kelsey and I had a conversation earlier today that really affected me. I can't do this. I'm canceling the thing. And so Kelsey starts thinking oh, maybe this is bad for me. But then also Kelsey starts speaking for him. When all the girls were around, what's going on? Kelsey's I think that he is just feeling this way. It was such a really, really passive aggressive bitchy move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's I know what he's thinking. You girls don't know. You
Right.
know what I mean?
She had, and then Ashley I starts freaking out because she had this extra alone time.
Yes.
And what does Ashley I say? Joe, play the clip.
I thought that Kelsey would be the one to go night. And now, because she has a story that is so much more traumatizing than me, she got to talk to her and I couldn't. But my story is just obviously nothing compared to hers. And now it's just a big comparison game of sad stories.
Okay.
What?
Okay, Ashley, your story's not sad.
What?
Why are you crying?
She used the word tragic. Her story's much more tragic than mine. If you're a virgin, that's not tragedy. It's a choice. It's not tragedy. You know what I mean? Her story's an actual tragedy. Her husband died. You just haven't had sex yet.
It's so weird.
And then the whole thing is it's just become a comparison game of sad stories. No, it hasn't. That's
Jacoby,
not how courtship works.
Crying over this.
That's not how courtship works. You don't just oh, God, this woman is so nuts. Ashley I is nuts.
I'm just going to say it. I think she's a bad person. Kelsey is crazy. Ashley I is not a good person. She is so self-centered. All she can, yes, we are all the center of our own lives. But it's
everyone's self-centered, but it's just a matter of how much.
Right. It's she has no, I like to think about how, seeing your life through a prism. She only sees it from one angle all the time. She doesn't ever turn it and see any other colors,
exactly.
you know?
Good point. Is that new?
What?
Did you just break that out? I've never heard that one.
Yeah. It's,
good job.
Thank you.
That's a classic Juliet one?
I like to think about prisms in terms of angles. It's
okay.
Just, you know.
Like a Pink Floyd sort of thing?
Yeah, it's just really... Anyway, Ashley I. So she's just I think she's just not a good person. How many more weeks do you think she's here for?
It's hard to
one
tell.
or two more.
I think Carly's gone. Samantha B, they gave her a line this week. And I really thought that the producers and editors were doing a really funny joke on us by having this woman on the show for 6 weeks that literally never spoke. I thought that would have been a huge goof, and I would have really commended them. I would have given them a nice standing ovation, but they gave her a throwaway line this week.
Chris must have disliked some of the other women so much that he got rid of them before Samantha, because she obviously contributes nothing, and that's why she's still there. She's just a zero.
Don't sleep on this,
though.
Not
a negative.
She's kind of hot.
She's
got jet black hair and light blue eyes.
She looks like a cat, kind of.
Yeah, like a sexy cat.
I don't think she's pretty. I know that's a look.
That's fine. I disagree strongly.
I feel like she's the type of girl who would get a lot of likes on her Instagram. She could be an Instagram celebrity.
Yeah, yes. And Drake would slide in her DMs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Be like, Ma, I like your style.
Girl, your pictures are so extra.
Get back at me.
Yeah, exactly. She could date Klay Thompson's dating an Instagram celebrity. She could date the next Klay or something.
Yeah.
She's the next Hannah Stocking. But she doesn't do anything for me.
We have to move on, but let's just finish the batch. So at the end of the thing, so they announce there's no rose ceremony, and then Kelsey walks away, gets to a place where there are no cameras. This was not covered by cameras, right? So I think she's conscious of this, and then she ends up on the ground wailing because she's having a panic attack. Right? So we have panic attack on the Real World, panic attack on The Bachelor, and panic attack in Suge Knight's courtroom. Coincidence? Everything happens in threes.
We're just asking.
There are reports that maybe Suge Knight's thing was a serious medical thing and not a panic attack. I don't want to make fun of it, but it was weird.
I mean, Kelsey's might be too. I mean, have you ever had a panic attack?
Yes.
They feel very real at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah. So, we don't know.
Who knows?
We do know that I just want to say I immediately Googled Kelsey's dead husband, Sanderson Poe, and they were living in like Oklahoma or something like that.
It's Texas, I want to say.
Oh, was it?
Who knows?
She's listed as from Austin, like on the show, and like her Chiron. Or whatever.
Oh, Austin. Yeah, they lived in Austin. Yeah.
I don't think so.
If you confuse Oklahoma and Texas, a large swath of the country will just hate you forever.
It's because Oklahoma is just north of Texas.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes,
That's like one of the only pieces of geography I know.
Yeah, but it's like Jets and Sharks over there,
but
man.
I think I read the obituary was in the Oklahoman newspaper. That's
okay.
But maybe it was in Texas. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Anyway, that he's real, so that's
that happened. But this panic attack, because at one point the medic is like, "Someone dial 911." I feel like Kelsey's gonna be like, "No, I'm cool. Like, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Don't need evacuation.
Yeah,
just attention."
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't need medical attention. Just attention.
Just Chris's attention.
Yeah. Just no. Sorry, I didn't mean any of that. I like how they blurred out the medic too. Like she didn't sign a release, and she's like, "No, dude. Like I'm not doing this reality show drama."
Also sounded like a. I respect that, as you know.
Yes.
Medical professionals on reality TV. You're
gonna say sound like a New Zealander or something, right? Like they kind of always do on these shows. Like Naked and Afraid, they're always from like Australia, New Zealand, and on Survivor, they're always kind of have this sort of like nebulous like South African accent.
On those, they're out of the country. Like they were in New Mexico.
Great point. No, New Mexico is Mexico, according to Whitney. Or which one was it?
It wasn't Whitney. Different
I forget
blonde.
who it was. It was a different blonde, but she like legit got them confused.
I know it wasn't Whitney because Whitney's voice is seared into my brain.
Good.
Let's just do very quickly before we move on. Who is your top contender for Bachelorette?
I did this in my column this week, which you should read. Bro highlights, not you. I mean the listeners.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I know that you have an answer ready because you wrote about it.
Yeah. I picked Becca.
Interesting. Okay.
Mainly because we had a conversation about it earlier in the week, and we kind of like
narrowed it down.
Yeah, we narrowed it down.
It's Becca or Caitlyn?
Caitlyn, I would love it if it was Caitlyn, but there's something about the tattoos and the like a little too casual and a little too smart.
They
don't like smart people. Andy kind of was the only smart person that they've had in that role.
This is my other thing about Caitlyn. I don't know if women would either go hard to love her or hard hating her.
That's a great point because this franchise is probably like 60%, 70% women.
Yeah.
The audience. So that you do kind of want someone that the audience is going to love or hate. Emily was kind of
She was kind of that.
She was kind of like
she
polarizing.
was more of a hate.
Yeah.
And I think people really liked Andy. And one of the reasons Dad's kind of sucked, she was sort of like, I just didn't feel strongly about her.
Yeah. I would love Caitlyn.
They should have gone with Leslie M. I would like Caitlyn too. She's a good talker. Like the other thing is I liked Carly, but she can't carry a show. Like,
no. What, you like Carly?
Yeah. I thought she was endearing this week. She was sweet. Yeah, I liked her. I mean, I don't take her seriously. That's
have you taken a really good look at her eyebrows?
Okay, someone else said that to me too.
Yeah, I could. Once my wife pointed it out, and it's ruined forever. It's like it's worse than Whitney's voice.
I just feel like she's from a weird family. It's like I feel bad for her based on what we know about her brother.
Let's move on.
Okay, the other show with the panic attack this week was The Real World.
Real World. This was Violetta's skeleton.
This was the worst episode of the show so far.
I think what's happening is this. I have a theory about this.
We need a sound drop for theories.
I have a theory. Joe will get on that.
Okay.
Here's my theory. I think that they're showing some of these skeleton visits out of order.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is true or not, but if I was producing this show and the first skeleton that came sucked, and the second skeleton that came sucked, and the third skeleton that came sucked, I would move the fourth skeleton to the second skeleton just like they did. Like Tony's might have happened later. Again, unsubstantiated, probably not true, but I want to know your thoughts on that theory.
That's interesting. I'm trying to think if there were any references to Elizabeth and Alyssa this week. I don't think
there was. I think I remember some. I think Tony.
Oh, he was like, "That's how I ended up with Elizabeth."
Yeah.
But that doesn't really necessarily mean anything. Well, one thing that I'm really confused about is their interviews. So when Sylvia's skeleton came, we see her going to the other production area to do her interview, and she's wearing that orange dress. We see her in every week.
Yeah.
Do they make them put on the same outfit to do?
I don't think so. They use these things for a long time.
I just it's confusing to me when they get different bites because I see them in the same outfits.
Because they also patchwork together a lot of bites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they'll take half of it from here and half of it from here.
We should interview an editor from that show. Be interesting.
Totally.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
But so the point is Violetta's skeletons came. These two women.
How long did they stay for?
They on the release it said they stay for a week, but it kind of felt like Sylvia's skeleton was like, I'm out of here. This sucks.
And Tony's we got over 2 episodes out of those skeletons.
Yeah.
And Violetta's came and left in 1 week. I guess she just wouldn't interact with them.
No, well, Violetta's came and they're she's like, let's have it. What's your problem?
Wait.
And the whole beef is that.
Wait.
What'd she look like? Wait.
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 You told me. I hadn't watched it, and you'd watch it. You were like, can I just tell you what happens?
Yeah.
She ends up being friends with him.
Yeah.
That's not what happened, Jacoby.
That's totally what happened. They went to dinner.
They had to, like, talk it out, and then at the end, Violetta still didn't even say goodbye to them.
Oh, come on. But, like, okay, fine. Fine.
Wait.
I disagree with you. Going into it, what did Violetta say she was going to do if they came?
Murder them.
Murder them, okay? The murder is a long way away from, oh, what would you like to share for an appetizer?
Okay, that's
you know what I mean?
true.
Like, it's like, oh, sure, they didn't end up as, like, BFF, but, like, she didn't murder anybody. So,
Yeah,
like,
but,
I
like-
had this idea, like, do you remember her first night? Like, I was like, this chick is crazy. She's trying to fight everybody. She's trying to make out with everybody. Like, she's just a wild card. Like, I don't even know if she's mentally stable. And now when she comes, like, my favorite part is that she's like, what's the problem? They started arguing about, like, some fake Instagram account called Sarasota's Finest.
Yeah.
Where that this chick, Jessica, apparently made to, like, make fun of Violetta and her friends.
Don't Instagram fights make you feel so old?
Yeah, and it's just like, and then Bruno had the best quote. He's like, I don't have time for these rich people problems.
I know.
It's like, this is not real beef. Like, this is like online beef. You know what I mean?
know. Oh,
like
man.
this is like 50 Cent and Drake beef. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't real.
Who do you think is better friends? Violetta and her skeletons or Westbrook and Durant?
Westbrook and Durant.
Okay, so like those are real friends.
They're friends. They're friends.
Because like Violetta, like I don't know. We didn't get a lot out of Tia. The only thing we got out of Tia was a lot of different looks.
A lot of different looks.
Day 1 Tia and day 7 Tia, different people. I would not
different
have
people.
recognized them.
And also, I just found it extremely rude the way Tony started hitting on Violetta's skeletons the second they walked.
Immediately.
And the whole house started celebrating. Like, I get that they don't like Violetta that much, but I just found it, like, really disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even if we weren't great friends, if someone I worked with was like, I really hate these people, and they walked in the door and I was extremely nice to them, it's just really, really rude.
Also, what about Madison? Like, just to start like hitting on this
He doesn't
girl.
care about Madison.
That's still really rude.
Tony
though.
doesn't make any sense.
Tony
makes no sense to me.
Is he the?
I can't figure him out.
I was gonna go really mean. I was just gonna say it. Is he the dumbest person in the history of reality television?
Not even close. He's not even dumber than Madison.
He's just girl dumb.
He's just girl dumb. He's not dumb. Like, I don't think he's a dumb guy.
He's not. He's also like, I think is like.
Take it back, Juliet.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Tony. I take it back. You're just really stupid about girls.
Yes.
Like, you're really dumb about girls. He does actually seem to have somewhat of a command of his own emotions. Like,
yeah.
But he just like he has no self-control. Like, zero.
I think that he's like
he's addicted to women.
No, he's an id. He's just an id. He just does what he wants when he wants right now, and he doesn't understand consequences of his behavior, which is fine. Like, that's just
it's not
people
fine.
like that. It's just people like that.
I guess.
I'm just saying it's not dumb though. He's not.
No,
dumb.
you're right. He's not dumb. That was really mean of me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just ragey today.
I kind of like Tony. I don't know
I
why.
hate that you like him.
I don't know why.
I hate that you like him.
I don't know why.
I
have a soft spot
either.
for everybody from the South. You know what I mean? I like Southern people in general.
I do too. I like a good Southern accent.
Yeah.
I really do. But I don't know why you like him. Like he has not displayed a lot of like good behavior, and he wears a plaid button.
I forgot
down.
the plaid hoodie. That plaid hoodie button down. I'm out. I forgot.
One of my New Year's resolutions was to stop saying hoodie. By the way, so I've been avoiding it. Just so you know. Like, I didn't start.
First of all, I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you, Juliet. This is like probably minute 43, and it's taking you this long. You held out for 42 minutes before saying something absolutely fucking insane. That's insane.
No, it's not. Where did that term come from? Like,
it's short for hooded sweatshirt.
Right, but
so
like,
hoodie.
I didn't say hoodie until like college. I just feel like my true self was corrupted by people that I don't know.
Your true self never said hoodie.
Correct. Going back to my roots, we didn't say hoodie growing up. Like, it's a hooded sweatshirt, zip up sweatshirt. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it. I just want to hear more.
Well, I could keep going.
I don't want you to, actually. I don't.
Back to the real world.
Back to the real world.
The other big thing that happened this week was Bruno lost his shit. Like,
I didn't like it. I didn't like watching it.
Okay. It was just like, I don't know, control yourself.
I'm gonna say something that I can't write.
Okay.
Do you remember where they went that night?
Burlesque
show. Do you remember what he said?
No.
He was like, I went to this burlesque show and it's all sexy and I haven't hooked up with anybody. It's just, I gotta do something to let go of all this testosterone.
Oh, interesting.
It was just an interesting thing for them to put in the word testosterone.
I also, to me, I was like, it's not really testosterone.
That's what I was like, I don't think chemically you're being very accurate here,
yeah.
Mr. Mars.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like. And
By the way, I love Bruno Mars. I think he's like incredibly talented, like a great entertainer. Comparing Bruno from the real world to the talent of Bruno Mars is insulting to Bruno Mars. Like, I just,
okay, fine.
Just want to say that.
Anyway, they've got the same name. They look like a tiny base, a little tiny baby bit about. Like,
no, they don't look like it at all.
Look, like he uses the word testosterone, and he seemed very ragey.
Yes, he did.
And he is like in great shape. It's just like, I speculate sometimes.
We're just asking questions.
And then. So basically he gets home. Him and Violetta always make fun of each other or whatever.
Yeah.
And it always starts friendly and it boils over like 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the van. And then Bruno went like all the way there.
Yeah. He went Hulk.
All the way there. And he like said things that really shouldn't say. And one of the life lessons is it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And he did it in the worst possible manner.
Right.
And he kind of went nose to nose with her in a physical sense. Yeah.
Ugly and anorexic, which is
and
really
a whore, and just anything you could think of, and the C word, just all kinds of terrible things. But not only that, it was the picking up of the bench and smashing it.
That bothered you more than punching the wall?
Yeah, and I think it's a scary thing to have. Like if I was a tiny little woman and there was this big strong man mad at me, and he was smashing everything around him and being super ragey, I would be scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be concerned about my physical safety. You know what I mean? It was just weird. It got a little bad. I didn't like watching it. It kind of felt like the Nia fight in Portland.
Yeah.
It was like we've crossed the line. Like I love watching people argue on these shows, but like this got a little like.
Why haven't they bolted down the furniture on these shows yet? If you're worried about damage and that you're gonna like make them pay, like why don't you just bolt that furniture down?
It takes a lot of time and money. It's just like, have you ever bolted down furniture before?
No, but I also
you need,
don't
like,
work in production.
And you have to like screw it in there, and then there's like, oh, you have to fill the holes in the floor. It's just like, come on.
In the other direction, I loved the ad buster of Sylvia, like talking to the crew guy. And her being like, "We're in a fight.
Yeah,
I'm mad at you."
I'm mad at you. Yeah, the sound guy. Yeah, I did like that.
I like that. I like her. She's my favorite.
But then Sylvia at the end was like, "I'm so mad at Violetta. We all know how bad Bruno's temper is."
I know. It's like, hold him responsible.
It's like, what are you talking
He's
about?
He's responsible for his own actions.
We all know how bad his temper is. Like it's like Violetta didn't make him smash everything and like say these awful things.
Totally. It didn't make any sense, but I don't know. Even though this was the worst episode, I still really like this show.
I like the show. I like the show. Real World's good.
It's just amazing. We were skeptical about the skeletons. We were skeptical about the exes. They've proven us wrong twice. It's amazing that everyone I know who's watching this season, which is not that many people.
I was about to say.
It's like you, me, and Sean Fantasy.
Yeah.
But they're like, this is an amazing show. Like
it's a good show.
I was like, it's really worth watching.
Bill asked me, he's like, he didn't watch them on Tuesday night, and he's like, which should I watch first? The Challenge of the Real World.
Real World. I watched them both last night on Thursday night, and I watched Real World. I watched Real World, went to the gym, and I came back and watched the Challenge.
Yeah, I was like, I think you watched Real World first. I mean, you watched them both, obviously. I love the Challenge.
There's more fireworks on Real World.
Yeah.
There's just more popping off.
Yeah, we gotta keep moving, man. We're running out of time.
Well, we don't need to say much about Vanderpump because this week's was pretty much pointless.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, Kristen got fired. She should have been fired years ago.
Yeah, and James got fired earlier in the season. He came back.
Seriously.
Oh, we need to play James and Shayna's song on the next pod.
Okay.
Mental note.
Okay.
As a send off for Vanderpump Rules.
Great idea.
So next week is the wedding.
The wedding.
Whatever.
I love Vanderpump. I'm a little bit over these storylines.
Yeah. It's it's run its course. That's why this season's not.
How many weeks has it been on?
It's probably been like 14. They asked her a lot of seasons.
We've been
a lot
talking
of shows.
about this for like a long time.
Yeah, I'm ready for it to go, but I'm ready for it to come back too.
Totally. Okay, let's move on to Weird Watches. I just want to say we're not going to talk about it for long, but I on demanded the Backstreet Boys documentary, which is like 2 hours of them. It was sensational. It was phenomenal. Also, Parenthood is now concluded.
Oh, I'm back. I love Parenthood.
I was bawling my eyes out.
I watched the second and the final one all together. I think here's the thing. If Nia was in my living room, I would be like, I'll give you $70 to drink all my tears. Because I would have had a cup full of tears. I think I lost like 2 pounds of water weight watching those two last episodes together.
It was like in classic. It was perfect Parenthood. Not that much happened. But
what do you mean? Not that much happened. Someone got married. Someone had a baby. Someone died. Spoiler. Okay. Not that much happened. Not that much happened,
right.
Juliet.
But it just didn't.
But that's basically the entire events of your life.
I know.
You're gonna go. Not that much happened.
Perfect. It was perfect for Parenthood.
It was.
It's just I loved the final.
I
montage.
love when they brought Hattie back like she was a real person.
I know.
It took me.
That was the worst part of the finale. It was like her speech to Max that came out of nowhere.
Please, Hattie.
Whatever. We haven't been waiting for your acceptance of Max.
Yeah, and
we've accepted him on our own terms.
Yeah.
It's fine. But like I don't know. I just loved it, and I don't know. I'm really gonna miss. That's the kind. I have like a few things on my DVR that I will never delete, and that finale is one of them. Like whenever I'm gonna need a good cry, I'm just gonna rewatch it.
What?
Yeah, I have a few permanent things on there. You don't?
What else? No. Why would I do that?
Because like you just always want to be able to watch it.
Nothing. There's nothing in my life like that.
Really?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, fine.
Moving on.
Fair enough. News.
Real quick.
Sister Wives. You don't even watch that show. But do you know about that show?
Yeah, my wife watches that show.
It's so disgusting, but I can't stop watching.
You watch that show? What's their business that they're launching this season?
I don't know.
They're always like, it's jewelry design or something?
So I was having breakfast at a hotel.
Do you think Stassi and the Sister Wives family are like going head to head at trade shows over jewelry design?
Probably.
Like they like have little tables set up and they're like, hey.
I was having breakfast at a hotel in LA not too many months ago, and there's like a
Why?
Just like with one of our bosses.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
So
we have bosses. They shouldn't let us do this podcast.
So there's like a separate dining room, and I like just like peeked in to like see. I don't know. I was like on the way out. It like caught my eye, and it was Cody Brown like sitting at the head of the table with the 4 wives like sitting separately from the rest of the people in the hotel. It was amazing. It was like I was loving it. Anyway, so he's been legally married to his first wife, Mary, who has like the fewest number of children. He divorced her so he could legally marry the newest wife, Robin, and like something having to do with like her kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's a choice, but I just don't support polygamy. It wouldn't work for me. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Don't even answer this question, but like I've always wondered, should it be legal?
Polygamy?
Yeah. Like, is it love? Like, what's marriage?
I mean,
we're in waters that we're, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting into a weird place.
Just wait for my answer.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought that deep with the love ramifications, but legally, like, our whole, like, tax system.
Yeah, like, I think those implications get weird. It could be manipulated. But
like, what do they do? Like, what do they do about healthcare? Like, half of them are on Cody.
Yeah, like, I don't know how it works
How many kids are on Cody's healthcare plan?
Yeah.
Do they even have healthcare?
They're jewelry designers.
I don't know. Whatever.
I just feel like they should come up with a better idea for a business.
This morning, I walked outside of my apartment to find Flipping Out filming at the properties that Jeff Lewis owns across the street.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually the 3rd time I've seen them recently. So that show must be coming back soon.
Really?
They're in production. Yeah.
Or were they shooting at Lisa Vanderpump's house? That's where you live, right?
Yeah, I live up in the hills.
Yeah, exactly.
I live across the street from Villa Rosa.
Villa Rosa, yeah. And the swans, they poop all over your lawn. It's
Yeah,
the worst.
I hate them. We fight all the time.
This is my favorite story on the rundown.
Conrad Hilton, brother of Paris, was recently arrested for a tirade he threw in a tantrum he threw back in July on a plane flying from London to LA or vice versa, where he called the flight attendants peasants.
No, he like all the passengers.
Peasants.
Here are the things that I've heard. It was an 11-hour flight, which is crazy. He had
taken a sleeping pill.
He had taken a sleeping pill,
but it didn't work.
He was upset about his girlfriend. He tried to fight male flight attendants, and he what else did he do? He wanted a drink or something. Like he's like, give me a drink or whatever.
Started punching the bulkhead.
Standing in the aisle, punching the bulkhead, calling everybody peasants, and then like fell asleep. And then while he was asleep, they restrained him to his seat, which I think is like really cute to like be like kind of like wake up and all of a sudden you're like duct taped down to your seat. It's just like, oh God, what happened?
I like that it's like it's acceptable in our society that the reason this happened is because he was awake on an Ambien.
Exactly. Like it's pretty clear that's what happened, right? Remember Laura Flynn Boyle did the same thing?
Yeah.
She like tried to like sneak into someone's cabin and have sex with them or whatever. It's like, oh, it's just Ambien.
Yeah. Like that's like an acceptable excuse. Like, oh right, we all know that happens.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Also, it's just like I can't believe we're still talking about the Hiltons. How many years ago was
We're not
Simple
though,
Icon?
let's be honest. Like he had to do something like this for us to talk about him.
That's true. Non-reality news of the week. Also contentious. So Marissa Tomei's parents live on 13th Street in New York City in the west.
13th and what?
Between 6th and 7th.
Okay.
The Page Six posted or wrote their address, which I think is wrong, in my opinion. But whatever.
Who's stalking Mr. Tomei's parents?
I don't know.
I think you like know where people live in New York too.
But like the exact building, and then you can like Google Street View it and stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's right.
I probably wouldn't do it myself if I was the editor.
I don't
That's
think
fair.
that's
Yeah. I'll give the block, the 13 to 6. Like, who cares the exact number?
Totally.
Yeah.
So Marissa Tomei's parents are suing Sean Lennon, son of John Lennon, because he owns the adjacent brownstone where he apparently imported and planted this like rare Chinese tree
called weed.
Yeah,
it's not a rare Chinese tree. It's weed.
And no, it's like the roots are so invasive that it's like broken the stoop and the handrail and the basement foundation of the Tomei's building.
Quick side. Roots are so strong.
I know.
It's so weird when you're like walking by and you're like, wait, the Roots did this to the sidewalk?
I know, this is
they
concrete.
Moved concrete. It's like, how strong are these plants?
It's crazy. So they're suing for $10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah. And that seems like a lot to me for a tree. But then I was like, I read that they're renting the townhouse they live in, and Marissa Tomei is like, I'm maybe paying for it. I don't know. It's $9,800 a month. So if they got $10 million, that would cover their rent for a year. So maybe that's why they're doing it.
Don't you think that Marissa Tomei is like one of the most likable people in America?
Absolutely.
Does anyone not like Marissa Tomei?
I was rewatching Crazy Stupid Love, which is not a good movie, but has very high rewatchability on cable. And she's the best part of that movie. She played like the crazy teacher who slept with Steve Carell, and she's so funny. She's great.
I feel like
My Cousin Vinny is a great movie.
In 10 years, the Democratic Party is going to be, they're like the person who runs for president. It'll probably not be 10 years. My math is wrong. It's going to be Marissa Tomei and Rosie Perez, and no one is going to be able to vote against them.
There was this rom-com that came out a few months ago in the UK called The Rewrite, which was about like what starred Marissa Tomei and Hugh Grant. And I was
what?
I was so excited about it, but like it did so badly in the UK that it's never coming out in the US. But like I'm thinking of starting a Kickstarter to get it in theaters. So I really want to see it. Can you think of anything better? Rom-com with Hugh Grant and Marissa Tomei?
Only if the entire soundtrack is scored by James from Vanderpump.
We will have that song for you guys next week. Thank you for listening, and have a great weekend.
Later.
You see, every podcast we put on YouTube comes with this fancy graphic listing all the topics that your favorite Grantland podcasters are talking about. If you click the topics, you can skip around and choose your own podcast adventure. Subscribe to the Grantland Podcast channel to blaze your own trail on this sonic journey.